Hey guys, hello, 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 hello. Okay, I don't know if I'll have enough internet service because I haven't even made it in the house yet. But it's been another long day. But can y'all hear me? Just let me know if you can hear me. Hello. Okay, I have a few things to say. First and foremost, um, I just got listened to what I listened to of what Mr. Jim Cropper has to say about everything that's going on. First of all, I thought he was going away. I thought he was done. You know, what is this, like the 10th time? Um, he hadn't gone anywhere. But after today, and by the way, I didn't even know that Pam was going to do a video today, nor have I even seen it all. I had enough time to listen to the beginning of it. But what she put out was exactly the same proof that I had given, and I think that was offered to Mr. Cropper to look at to show him that Karen Materna was not interested in his children. Karen Materna was not interested in him. I did not know the extent of what the Turners were doing. And what happened is what they never wanted to happen was to me talk to all these other victims of theirs. And I can say NJ Turner has stalked Gina Nelms for 3 years. She continues to say that she's a scammer even after the FBI closed an investigation. And there has been numerous things that have shown that NJ Turner's social media evidence does not prove shit. But in the meantime, she has taken it upon herself to stalk, harass, try to find out where she is every day of her life. It is sick. Like I said, if she could, she would be her, and we're at a whole different level now. Let me address Mr. Cropper in that video I just heard. First of all, y'all all saw it. I did a video, and I think I might put it back up for him. I did a video, and this is where there is a disconnect. This is where these people that are all sitting over there with NJ and you actually listen to what Jim Cropper says and how he tries to rationalize things. I did a video when Jim Cropper did a video and said, we didn't know who it was at the time, but he said he was going to expose a patriot for and don't quote me, I don't know the word, child pedophilia, the same dadgum accusations that NJ's making, the stupid ridiculous bullshit. And when he did that video, because he was also excited to have, to make sure he was going to trash someone in that way, he said in his own words that he had received numerous images of children. Then he went on to talk about how vile they were. And normally he would just turn those right over to the FBI. But this time he decided not to do that. So let me tell Mr. Cropper what the difference is. When you do that around me, when I care about children and they're not to just be thrown out there like that, and you or NJ or anyone else to use children to play your sick freaking games, I did send that to your local police department. So that might answer that question for you, Mr. Cropper. That's the difference. NJ came on, didn't have anything, nothing. You said that stuff in your own words. Now, did you say the word pornographic or whatever? No. But stop mincing words. When you talk about vile pictures of children, the way you did on that video, that would be child pornography. So stop trying to play your stupid little innocent games. The next thing is, oh my God, Karen Materna contacted my ex-wife. She's involved with my children. Bullshit. And nobody knows what that conversation was or what it has been. Had nothing to do with your children. It had to do with exactly what I said. When a crazy, idiot, non medicated, known mental psychopath is after me and my children, you're damn right. I'm going to find out exactly what your history is. It had nothing to do with your children, Mr. Cropper. I don't even think your children were discussed. So Miss Anitra over there saying, "Oh my God, she contacted his ex," and then he's trying to push some bullshit about interfering with his children. No, nobody has even talked about your children, and I haven't talked about your children because guess what? They're with their mother where they should be because you're a freaking Looney Tune. And I didn't have to verify that from any ex wife. What I reached out to her for and simply sent her a video and said, "Do you know this man? He is trying to harm me and my children because you are." By saying you'll sign affidavits, knowing that you're lying. And it's all come out now. And you were lying. He was lying his ass off to harm me and tried to spin some bullshit about I wanted him to be, I was infatuated with him or whatever the fuck he said. So yeah, I'm gonna set it straight. So you can get on for 24 hours, for 48 hours, for whatever you want to get on here, James Cropper. You're not gonna cause anyone to fight, no matter what no matter what you play or put on your YouTube or whatever. You're not going to cause some kind of diversion off the Turners from what they've done and talk about your children and how your children have been harmed and this and that. The only person that did anything with regard to your children is NJ Turner. You need to ask her why she looked them up, why she wanted to see them. Ask her that. Because you see, it's not just you, Jim Cropper. She's done it to. She's done it to me. She's done it to about what Val's list now has like 50 something people on it. And Anitra, if you think I give 1 second of a rat's ass what your opinion is, you're crazier than I thought you were because I don't. You, NJ, and everybody else over there can take your outrage and shove it up your ass because what y'all have done is about the most vile, criminal bunch of bullshit and involves children that I even could think someone on the internet could come up with. So, Jim Cropper, your children are fine. Karen Materna is not after your children. But you're damn right. I wanted to talk to somebody about really how crazy you are. You don't like it? I don't give a shit. How about that? Because when you go in a chat and you talk about signing false affidavits and you talk about doing all the things you have said you're going to do to me, you're damn right. I'm going to find out who you are. And Karen Materna didn't make you do those things to me. You chose to do it. You chose to listen to NJ Turner feed you a lot of bullshit. So, Anitra, Joe, whoever the hell is over there, I don't give a shit because today and the last week, anybody, anybody that is entertaining that needs to be behind bars with them because Jim Cropper wants to compare the two. No, I actually did turn it over to your PD, Jim Cropper, because you said it. You said you had received numerous, whatever the words were. I played it over and over. But this time you weren't going. Normally you turn it over to the FBI. Well, guess what? I don't play when it comes to children, just like I didn't with McKenna and Blair's child. Because at this point, I don't know what y'all sick motherfuckers are capable of over there. And that's the truth. Nobody sits over here, or at least I don't, and I don't think anybody else does. Oh, what are we going to do to NJ Turner today? Blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you something. She's sitting over there doing it to Gina Nelms. And in the process, she has drugged every single one of us and our families and did whatever the hell she wanted to. And then today, he's going to talk about how he doesn't back the blue and get all pissed. Well, that was psychotic. Absolutely psychotic. The anger that has built up over them not being able to prove that Gina Nelms is a scammer and getting caught in their lies has turned to pure desperation. And guess what? I know that when people are that desperate and are acting like that, and NJ has already said she has nothing to lose without even thinking about her own children, they didn't even count. She has nothing to lose, really. Well, what I know, because after 23 years of being in the business I'm in, when people start doing those kind of things and start doing the things that have happened this past week, I get concerned. And it's not about me and my children from um, whacked out Jim Cropper sitting over there. My concern is for anyone in that town that is in physical vicinity to the Turners after what I have heard, including their own children. And it's not hearsay, it came out of their own mouths. So I just had to straighten that out. Mr. Cropper, you don't go around, oh, this is the same. Oh my God, they didn't do this when Karen Materna did this. You have tried for since August the 8th to throw something out to see if it sticks with regards to me, and your psychotic inability to accept that I am a strong, independent woman with a law degree and it pisses you off has caused all of this that you have done. It's pretty damn psychotic, including but not limited to saying you're going to sign affidavits and blah, 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 blah. Well, you know, you did all that, not Karen Materna. So you can get on this little box and you can bitch and you can moan about the police being called and about this person being contacted. I don't give a shit. You don't scare people into not contacting law enforcement because they're going to get blasted on social media for it, which is exactly what Jim Cropper and NJ and that whole little group over there have done to allow this to continue on and on and on. And they're insane. And it all stems from NJ Turner's lies and deceit and everything finally catching up to her. Finally caught up to her. And the mistake was, yeah, I could have walked right out of their lives. But I wasn't going to, and I said it before, wasn't going to when I could see straight through them and Jim Cropper and knew that they were trying to put Tracy Eric behind bars with lies. And they're still saying them. Gina DeFrias didn't try to lure somebody up there to kill somebody. I mean, these people have lost their minds, and there comes a point where they can't say any more words. When that is, I don't know. But in my experience with freaking criminals and insane lunatics, it's pretty damn close. Excuse my language, excuse everything, but I have been a little busy and I do work. Oh, and I have to address something too. Let's talk about the lies for a second. Just with regard to me. About a month ago, NJ Turner's on saying that I've been disbarred, I've been disciplined, blah, 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 blah. Every single one of you. Pick up the phone, look up the number to the Alabama State Bar, or look it up online, and you will see that she is a damn liar. The other thing she lied about today, and I have permission to talk about this, so I'm going to talk about it. I don't know if Tammy Blair's in here. Is Tammy Blair in here? Yeah, and I'm a little pissed and the only reason I'm pissed is because I've got a ton of crap still to do. And I've got to drive out of town tomorrow. And Jim Cropper's on there even actually thinking that even makes sense. I don't know if Tammy's on here or not, but the Turners have been saying, I think this was the second day they've been saying it, that to try to link all this bullshit together that they want to make up in their head, that Tammy Blair was dismissed from bankruptcy because all of her financials and blah 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 was on Gina Nelm's 501, and she can't do that. Um, I'm here to tell you, and I will show it as soon as I can because Tammy Blair has given me permission to. That didn't happen. She is a liar. The reason Tammy Blair was dismissed, and only her, not her husband, was dismissed from bankruptcy, had nothing to do with a 501. But this is what they do. This is absolutely what they do. And I watched Tammy Blair's video today. No, I did not know what she was doing, but what I did know, and my gut is I don't know where Sapphire and McKenna and all these little other pieces of crap are, but the reason I didn't go over to Thomasville, Georgia and do anything to Tammy Blair is because I knew, and I don't have to explain to y'all how I knew. It was a feeling because I deal with this crap nonstop in real life. It was a feeling I had that she was playing. And me and her played back and forth. I kept it going. So all of you can just, realize you freaking lost at whatever you were trying to freaking do. That's the bottom line. Cropper, NJ, Justin, Misty Coley. Then I watched Misty Coley jump in and say, I didn't have, I didn't send that account. I'm not involved, after her BFF sat right there on a live feed and said, we pilfered through it. Okay, well, does NJ have a mouse in her pocket? We And NJ had already made another live feed that I guess she forgot about or thought these stupid people that follow her don't catch on to, where she said she never got into that account herself. Then you got McKenna running around, had told me and Pam that she had it. Well, McKenna's a liar, just a flat out liar. She's a piece of crap liar. Me and Pam started out in a group chat with, if Pam's on here, she could hit with like 13 people, and it was not easy. Me and Pam narrowed that crap down to exactly and had a lot of hell to pay in between to find out exactly who was who in all this freaking garbage. And I know there's some people out there that think, oh, well, that didn't happen. Well, guess what? It did. It absolutely happened. Not knowing what each one of these stupid pieces of crap are going to do every day, not knowing. But guess what? We knew. We knew. Me and Pam knew that this needed to stop before a child, a person, or anyone else gets hurt, physically hurt. So we played their freaking game. Tammy Blair, I didn't realize it exactly at the time, was over there playing their game. Yes, Gina, that's exactly what they want. Actually, and I'm just going to tell you what I said. What she wants is she wants to somehow go and do something with it and harm Gina's children, or either do something with Gina so that she can move in and become her. I mean, it's the sickest bunch of crap. No adult spends every day of their life looking for another individual. And that's what NJ Turner does. Gina Nelms is on her mind 24/7. And then you got crazy ass Justin sitting beside her that I guess, I don't know. I mean, I guess he just trying to make her happy. I don't know. And you know, it's absolutely amazing that you have two grown adults and neither one of them have enough intelligence or wherewithal to realize to stop it. So they continued, and they have continued, what, 3 freaking years or however long it's been. And then lo and behold, they've done it for years before this with just in other ways. She is evil. Absolutely evil. And I'll say it, Cropper's evil too, or he wouldn't be on there trying to defend her. Well, yeah, they're trying to keep their hands clean. So every time somebody leaves them, they go and smear them all over the internet, thinking that they'll get all scared and bullshit. Um, anything in a chat is no different than saying it on this box. Unless it says, unless you're saying you're going to harm someone physically, it's not a crime. So all this bullshit about everybody running around, oh my God, this picture was there. This, if you don't want your pictures out there, get them off social media. Period. But yes, it's creepy. But the weird thing is these same individuals, Karen Grimmer, Misty, Patricia Horton, um, Andrea, they have been in it and done it and never wavered from it. Yes, that is illegal. And let me tell you what is illegal about it, Gina. What's illegal about it is you don't go running around talking about you have all this in your possession and I wiped it clean and turned it over to law enforcement and then just say, "Oops, sorry. I just thought I'd make that up." And then they want to talk about how do other people like say the things they say. No. How did the Turners even make something like that up? I mean, what were they sitting around going, "Oh, I think tomorrow this is what we'll do. We'll just say that there's all this vile people touching this blah, 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 about minor children and that we turned it over to law enforcement." And then come out the next day and say something kind of sort of opposite, but not really. And then you got Misty out there going, I didn't do it." Well, let me tell y'all something. That account shows exactly who's been in it. And y'all are really stupid, those people over there, if y'all think that everything you do on a freaking computer or your cell phone is stamped and you can't get rid of it. But what we do know to do, I mean, they made it up. Think about that. Think about that. Um, so, but what you have is a group of individuals sitting over there that I guess they're really dumb unless they've been participating in all this other crap with the Turners. Because if you just put something in a chat, I mean, if you just, I don't care if it's an address, what it is, it's not illegal. It's public information. And you can sit around with friends and talk about it in a chat, talk about it on your back porch, do whatever the hell you want to. That's not the crime. The crime is when NJ Turner takes that information, which she has done to, if Val's in here, she'll tell me how many it is now, and maliciously, with intent, gotten online and put it out to the point that it has been children, mine included, and mine aren't any important than anybody else's because there have been I mean, I mean, Gina Nelms, Tammy Blair, I mean, their children have been completely and totally right in the middle of their freaking vile, evil, disgusting nonsense. And if anybody over there can't see that, they're just as vile, sick, disgusting, and criminal as they are. And all they They say it nonstop. We're defending ourselves. We're defending from what? CPS came to your house twice. Once when you lived in Texas. Once when they lived in Texas, and they blamed that on Gina, but they know who it was, and it wasn't Gina. And then this is the reason they can go after Gina like this and find out every move she makes, all the way down to whether or not she's paid her car tags and snapping pictures of her daggum vehicle. Right. They use the children to scare people into, oh, I'm not going to say that they did it to me too. I'm not going to say they did it to me too, because I did put that stuff in that chat. I did da 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 da. Well, yeah, you did, and it's not illegal. So, I don't, if you don't think like them, and you don't want to continue to try to destroy 5 children that live with their mother, whether NJ Turner likes it or not, or likes the fact that her mother might go out sometimes, or likes the fact that her mother did this and that, it's not NJ's call. NJ should have taken her little self and gotten her nose out of Gina Nelm's life. Period. But she couldn't. And so they say they turned this over to law enforcement. Well, daggone. And then they want to say, oh my God, they're scared. They're calling. They're doing that. Well, you're damn right. And when law enforcement says, we don't know anything about that, guess what law enforcement's going to do? But maybe we need to check into that. That's not anybody's fault. That's not Gina Nelm's fault. That's not Tammy Blair's fault. That's all these lying pieces of shit's fault. Period. So, I mean, I just had to address that. And Anitra can go, take a pill and get back in the bed. I don't know what to tell her. And Miss Anitra, NJ Turner did talk about your son a lot and what a horrible mother you are. So if you ever want to leave or get away before it goes clink clink behind her, um, you can call me and I'll tell her exactly what she's gonna say about you. You can call me, I'll tell you. And I can tell you exactly what she's gonna show too. See how that works? It's not rocket science. But I wanted to address that about who was talking about that, Gina. I don't know anything about that. But I wanted to address, because I haven't been able to say anything, and I know Pam came back out and said that I would put that out. I will. Oh, and I also want to say, hey, show it. Put it on damn YouTube. Cropper. Get the password. Download mine and NJ's whole conversation and put it on your YouTube. Because it's already where it was supposed to be a long time ago. Because none of the shit she fed you is the truth. That's just the bottom line. And I never said a word while y'all were saying, begging me to put it out, begging me to put it out. Well, folks, there was a reason why I couldn't put it out. But by all means, if NJ wants to give it to him and let him put it on YouTube, I can't stop that. So But what I will say is this: all his drama and his garbage about, oh my God, my children are going to be hurt, is bullshit. It's like a woman screaming, just screaming to scream. That's what Cropper does. He's just screaming to scream over there. I mean, out of everybody involved in this, he doesn't even have the responsibility to protect his children, nor has anything even remotely been done that would harm his children. But yet these stupid idiots over there are buying into his garbage. My children are in danger. Really? First of all, you got to have them before anything you do can affect them, and you don't. It's just like this, you know, parental alienation, which, by the way, is a real thing and a horrible thing. They need to be, that's why they're sitting over there with y'all. Because if a grown man gets on the internet and acts like this, I'll go ahead and say it. He doesn't need his children. Or I'll go ahead and go, you don't need to be around your children either.